Y'all ever wonder what it feels like to look your own baby girl in the eye and realize she's counting down the days till you're dead so she can cash in? Ever had your child pat your hand and call you sweet ol' mama while she's googling one-way tickets to Belize on your dime? Ever woke up at 3 a.m. in a basement bedroom that smells like new paint and betrayal, listening to your daughter and her husband laugh upstairs about how easy it was to get you to sign away your whole life? Hi, this is your granny who went from damn near broke in her own child's basement to sittin' on a paid-for Mountain View with a loaded .38 in the biscuit jar and a smile meaner than a wet hen. If this is your first rodeo here, hit that follow, smash the like, turn on notifications, and let's get into the longest, juiciest, most requested story on this channel: how I lost everything, and then took it all back with interest. March 2020. The world is shut down tighter than a Baptist minister's wallet on Sunday morning. My husband of 51 years, Ronnie Dean Harrington, Big Ronnie to everybody with a pulse in Sevier County, drops dead in his lazy boy watchin' Tucker Carlson. Heart just said, "Boy, I'm done," and quit. I found him with the remote still clutched in one hand and a half-eaten chocolate moon pie on his belly like some kinda redneck Last Supper. Funeral was 10 people in masks standin' 6 feet apart in the parking lot of First Baptist. I wore leopard print heels and a hot pink dress because Ronnie always said I looked like Dolly Parton when I dressed loud, and I figured he deserved to go out with a grin. 6 weeks later, my oldest girl Tiffany, the one who owns Tiff's Twirls and Tans in Sevierville, rolls up in a brand new white Escalade with rims so shiny you could see your sins in M. Her husband Braden, spelled with A-Y because regular spellin' is for poor people, hops out weary Oakley's indoors like he's fixin' to audition for Duck Dynasty, Douchebag Edition. They sit me down at my own kitchen table, the one Ronnie built out of barn wood in '87 with his own 2 rough hands, and hit me with the pitch I've heard 1,000 times on this channel from y'all's stories. Mama, you can't stay out here on the ridge by yourself. What if you get the Rona and die alone? What if you fall and break a hip? We just finished the basement apartment at the new house in Kodak. It's got its own entrance, a little kitchenette, barn doors, shiplap, the whole Pinterest dream. We can keep an eye on you. Braden's nodding like a bobblehead on a pothole road, throwing around words like asset protection, estate planning, and Medicaid look-back period like he swallowed a trust fund dictionary. Y'all, I was bone tired. I was lonely as a pine tree in a parking lot. I was scared of dyin' out there with nothin' but the coyotes and the satellite dish to hear me holler. So when Tiffany started cryin' them big fake tears and said, "Mama, I already lost Daddy, I can't lose you too," I folded faster than a lawn chair at a family reunion. Mistake number 1. Write it down in red ink, babies. They listed the 42-acre farm the very next week. Sold in 4 days to some tech bro from California who wanted to build glamping yurts and charge rich folks $800 a night to poop in the woods. We cleared $1.89 million. After taxes and paying off the little home equity line we took for Ronnie's bypass, I walked away with $1,614,000. Braden showed up with a lawyer in a $3,000 suit and a stack of papers thicker than the Sevierville phone book. Joint revocable trust, he called it. Makes everything seamless for the kids. I signed every page while Tiffany rubbed my back and called me precious. Lord, forgive me, I didn't read a dadgum word. They moved me into the basement of their 6,000 square foot log monstrosity off Boyd's Creek Highway 2 weeks later. It was real pretty, barn doors, quartz counters, my own Keurig, but it had keypad locks on the inside of the doors, y'all. I told myself it was for security. Deep down, I knew it was a cage with better lighting. For the first 3 months I tried to be the perfect little granny in the basement. I baked cornbread, kept the playroom picked up, watched the grandbabies when they went to Dollywood or the lake. I told myself this was family looking out for me. Then the little red flag started waving. My debit card got declined at the Food City for a loaf of Sunbeam and a jar of Duke's mayo. I called the bank from the parking lot. Lady said my checking was overdrawn by $18,400. I hadn't wrote a paper check since Clinton was president. I started watching closer. Saw Tiffany comin' home with new Birkin bags that cost more than my first house. Saw Braden pullin' a bass boat bigger than Noah's Ark. Saw them whisperin' and shut tin laptops when I walked in the room. One night I couldn't sleep. Hot flashes at 74 are sent straight from Satan himself. I crept upstairs in my housecoat and fuzzy socks to get some sweet tea. The office door was cracked, blue glow spillin' out like the light of Judgment Day. I peeked in. There they sat, Tiffany and Braden, wine glasses bigger than fishbowls, scrawlin' through MY trust account like it was Amazon. Balance had been $1,614,000. Now it was $387,000 and droppin' faster than Braden's credit score. They had a folder on the desktop labeled Belize 2023, with beachfront condo listings, a folder labeled Mama's Money broken down into Boat Note, Boutique Build-Out, New Tits for Tiff, and Cushion. There was a calendar countdown. 612 days until I turned 80, when the Medicaid look-back period would be over and they could move Mama to memory care, guilt-free. I stood there so long my feet went numb in my Dollar General socks. My own flesh and blood. The baby I carried for 9 months, pushed out with no epidural in the back of Blunt Memorial because the roads were iced over. The little girl I stayed up all night with when she had croup. The one I worked 2 jobs to put through cosmetology school. Plannin' my financial funeral while I was still breathin'. I didn't cry. I got East Tennessee mountain mad. The kind of mad that don't scream, it just loads the shotgun real quiet like. That night, Darlene Faye Harrington stopped bein' anybody's damn doormat. I played the sweet, confused widow for the next 8 weeks straight. Yes, baby, whatever y'all think is best, bless your little heart. Meanwhile I was movin' like a ninja with arthritis. Every time they left the house I was in that office with my iPhone 11, on airplane mode, taking pictures of every screen, every piece of paper, every fake signature they practiced on a post-it note. Found 15 credit cards in my name, total $243,000 charged. Found a durable power of attorney they were plannin' to spring on me at my next doctor visit. Found one-way plane tickets to Belize for 4, them, the kids, and TBD nanny. Found a spiral notebook titled, After Mama, with prices for assisted living facilities and how much my mama's diamond ring might bring at the pawn shop in Maryville. Y'all, they already had the memory care place picked out, peach wallpaper and all. I started sleepin', with my important papers in a TJ Maxx bag under the mattress. Deed to the 18 acres up on English Mountain that Ronnie bought me for our 25th anniversary and never told a soul about. Birth certificate, original will, everything. Then came the day Tiffany sat me down with cocoa and a smile sweeter than Splenda. Mama, we found the perfect annuity that'll protect your money and give you income for life. Just need you to sign right here, and initial this one. Had a mobile notary pullin' up in 20 minutes. That was the line in the red clay dirt. I waited till Friday night, date night at the Chop House, followed by drinks at the rooftop bar in Gatlinburg. I called my baby sister Wanda, the one who's meaner than a junkyard dog and twice as loyal, and her son Cody who drives a jacked-up Silverado with a winch. Family meetin' at the Kodak house. Bring trash bags, bungee cords, and sweet tea. We movin'. We had that basement cleaned out in 38 minutes flat. My cast iron skillet collection, my cedar chest with Ronnie's love letters, my KitchenAid mixer older than Tiffany, every photo album, every quilt mama pieced by hand, even the dang Keurig because I paid for it twice. Left the twin bed, the Amazon Echo that was always listenin', and one note on the quartz countertop written in perfect preacher handwriting. Proverbs 20 verse 20, if someone curses their father or mother, their lamp will be snuffed out in pitch darkness. See y'all on the other side of a lawsuit. Love, Mama. Wanda took me to the Hampton Inn off Winfield Dunn Parkway that night. Paid cash. Next morning I was at Tennessee State Bank in Seymour when the doors opened. Walked straight to the branch manager, Missy Joe, who I taught in Sunday school in 1998. Missy Joe, I said, my daughter and son-in-law done robbed me blinder than a bat in daylight. I need every account frozen, new accounts opened, and the sheriff on speed dial. I laid out 462 pictures, bank statements, the fake power of attorney, the Belize file, the whole shebang. Missy Joe went whiter than cottage cheese. By noon every remaining dime, $342,000, was in brand new accounts at a credit union in Jefferson City. Statements going to a P.O. box I opened that morning. Tiffany and Braden were locked out colder than a well-digger's behind. Monday morning Wanda drove me to the Sevier County Courthouse. We filed the biggest, fattest police report in the history of East Tennessee. Financial exploitation of a vulnerable adult, identity theft, forgery, conspiracy, the whole buffet. Detective Willis took one look at my evidence binder and said, Miss Darlene, we fixin' to light somebody's world on fire. They arrested Tiffany and Braden 4 days later. Tiffany was gettin' her lips filled at some med spa in Knoxville, screamin', this is ageism, while they cuffed her with duck lips still half done. I didn't go to the bond hearing. I was too busy buyin' my new house. Found the prettiest little log cabin on 10 acres up on Walden's Creek, wraparound porch, hot tub, view of the Smokies that'll make you speak in tongues. Paid cash, $538,000. Closed in 12 days because the seller loved that I didn't need a mortgage. Got new furniture from Ashley Home Store that nobody's ever spilled apple juice on. Got a sunroom where I drink my coffee and watch the fog roll off the mountains every morning. Adopted me a little rescue hound dog from the Sevier County Humane Society and named her Jolene because she's auburn-haired and stole my heart the second I saw her. Tiffany and Braden both took plea deals, felony financial exploitation of the elderly. He got 9 years, she got 7, both doing time at the women's prison in Nashville and the Brushy Mountain Annex for men. They had to sell the log palace, the Escalade, the boat, the salon, everything. Still came up short on restitution, but that's between them and the judge now. Every few months Tiffany sends me a letter from prison talkin' about how she's teachin' yoga to the girls and she's found God and she's so sorry. I write back one line. Jesus mighta died for you, baby, but mama's still on the fence. Then I go sit on my front porch swing with Jolene in my lap, Diet Coke in my hand, watchin' the sunset paint the mountains pink and purple. I'm 79 now. I started this TikTok and YouTube, at Granny Gets Even, to tell my story so it dawn 00T happened to one more sweet little granny. Got videos on how to spot the red flags, how to hide a secret account, how to disappear in the middle of the night with style and a smile. We just hit 1.4 million followers, y'all. I volunteer at the Senior Center teachin' finance classes. I've helped 29 women get their money back from greedy kids. One just bought herself a condo in Pigeon Forge and sent me a key with a note that said, "You gave me my life back." My grandbabies, the ones Tiffany tried to keep away, come spend weekends now. We make biscuits from scratch, watch Dolly Parton Christmas specials in July, and I teach em that love and trust are two different animals. So if you're watchin' this and somebody's tryin' to move you for your own good, listen to your granny. Keep one account they don't know about. Keep your papers in a safe deposit box only you got the key to. And if they start actin' funny about money, honey, you run like your britches is on fire. I saved myself. No hero, no knight, just a 76-year-old mountain woman with a smartphone, a righteous fury, and a sister who shows up with a truck and a prayer. And that, sugar, was more than enough. Now if you'll excuse me, Jolene's beggin' for her treat, the hummingbirds are fightin' at the feeder, and I got a blackberry cobbler coolin' on the stove that ain't nobody but me and Jesus gettin' a piece of. Life is real, real good when it's yours again. If this spoke to you, do your granny a favor, share this video with every woman you love. Hit that follow, smash the bell, and comment down below. Have you ever had to protect yourself from family? Lord willin' and the creek don't rise. I'll see you in the next one.